Hello, hello. In this video, I am demonstrate the attack through the router control network. Now I am connected with a targeted device, and I am trying to access the admin access of the router. In this attack can be carried out in the three most famous ways via HTTP, web interface, via telnet, and via SSH. Each router has some kind of web interface that allows you to configure a wireless network access point in many ways. The main problem is that many users neglect the correct configuration and leave everything by default. The setting window may not even be password protected, and therefore anyone can get it. You just need to know the IP address of the router as rule. All the necessary information for logging in is on the bottom panel of the router. Okay, now I am find a router IP. You can see the demo router is connected with my Wi-Fi adapter. Okay, and this is my Wi-Fi adapter which is connected with targeted device router, and this is a IP, and there is a net mask, and this is a broadcast IP. It means the gateway IP is the 192.168.10. We can check via ping command 0.1. Ping is successfully working. It means that this IP is working, and let me check. First we access on the browser web app HTTP address. Oh great, you can see the Tenda router web address is access, and the default admin username is already right in, because the user or admin of the network cannot change the setting by default, and they running and same settings. You can check the router default password, username and password on the any website. In my case I am use Tenda router, and I already open the by default username and password. First is admin blank, leave the blank username, just enter the admin password. Or this is, you can try the six type of by default username and passwords. In my case I am trying to first admin. Let me check it's working or not. I am type the admin, okay, and press the enter. Okay, you can see the login. I am successfully logging in the router, and I can do anything in the router. You can see I am logging in the router. Okay, it means there are such cases that login and password that are specified when you first enter the router navigation page. Once these settings, and attacker get an extremely wide range of options for working with Wi-Fi. From viewing service information to the ability to change network credentials or deny access to authorized clients. But even without knowing the model of router, being not near it, an attacker can find standard combination which are not so many, and get into the control panel of the router using the selection method. Okay, this is a one way, and the other is the telnet, because basically telnet and SSH is disabled by default in every router. Okay, telnet is a network protocol that implements a text-based interface through the command console with the ability to use additional command to fine-tune the router, and SSH is an analog of telnet but it has traffic encryption during authorization and networking. Let me check our telnet is working or not on this router, because this setting is by default off. And check yes, this setting is by default on and we cannot access via telnet. And let me check the SSH. Sorry, because I am typing the admin because I know the username of the router, the admin login, and 192.168.0.1. This is the default router IP gateway of our network. Press enter. You can see the connection refused because the router cannot accept the traffic via port 22. At the end, the last two network protocols, that is telnet and SSH, usually not enabled on the router by default. Okay, this is proved, and therefore some additional step may be required to use them. And we can attack rating, talk about attack rating is high, and using an administrator login and password other than the default ones. Okay, prohibiting or restricting network access to the router. Okay, this is all about. Thank you.